Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makra. Got my hair cut. Okay. It was primarily due to a challenge from one of the deities of Primal Sutra. Well, because I'm going to be doing more MMA and going to the gym, and oftentimes when I'm working throughout the day, I'll notice my hair gets into my face, and it's just distracting, man. I need more focus now more than ever. And so I've got to really embody that flow state in one of those aspects of Stoicism. But one of those things is understanding my own Stoic virtues, one of them being temperance, right? So let's get started today, man. Today I want to talk about how to go from a monkey mind to a Hanuman mind, okay? It's a very interesting topic because we always use the word monkey mind to mean a mind that is super restless, right? A mind that's just going from thought to thought, branch to branch. And it's constantly heady and overthinking and always trying to find the right answer, the right ways. It's always searching. It's like on an endless Google search, theorizing things and contemplating things, right? But on the other side, we have a very powerful mind, a mind of inner strength and resilience. A mind that you can hold on to and deconstruct the fear in front of you. That's what I think that Hanumanji has taught me the most, is the lesson of deconstructing fear when it shows up in front of my eyes. So the first thing that we usually do when we notice something fearful is we start to shake. Okay, notice that. We'll start to shake, we'll start to tremor. Now, what if we made shaking a daily part of our ritual? What if we made shaking a natural part of our lifestyle? Then fear is not so resistant anymore. You're actually allowing yourself to embody fear by shaking. You're tremoring, so your body's getting used to it. It's the same thing when I started mixed martial arts. I used to have a lot of anxiety in the past, right? But in mixed martial arts, you're so in that fight or flight that it just completely shuts down your mind at times. I've noticed it happens to me. Besides the beautiful detox that's happening of you sweating out all these toxins and all this gunk. So instead of running away from the fear, why not follow the fear? Where is it taking me? What is it making me and reminding me of? Okay? What is the translation of the fear? So let's get real about this, right? What can the fear be? The fear can be a fear of judgment. It could be the fear of not being perfect. Maybe it's the fear of looking or feeling weak. Okay? There could be a lot of different things in the way in terms of fear. But you got to speak its language. You got to know what it's about. The moment you understand the darkness, you can then lean into the light and understand the light much better as well, because you understand its polar opposite. You get what I mean? And this is why I've been so empowered on this journey to become the master alchemist. So I can take any negative experience or state and transmute it into something ultimately powerful. Now understand something, guys. Hanumanji, or Hanuman, Lord Hanuman, from the story of Ramayana, protected Ram, went after Sita to protect her. So there's already a theme of protection. And there's also a theme of strength, correct? Where he's able to become small and he's able to become big. So controlling his size, right? Now let's take this in the context of a mentality. If you have a very limited thinking brain, a closed mind, you could say, closed-mindedness, right? Closed-minded people have very small minds with very small space. But what if you can make that mind grow in size? Now there's more spaciousness for that little thought, and it can roam around a lot more freely. Like, it's still a prison, right? But now it's like a VIP prison, let's just say. More room, more breathing space. Maybe you have like a chef cooking for you or whatever, right? So now we're going from a monkey mind to a spacious mind. One that can grow in its size, but when it needs to, it can also shrink. So the main thing that's going to change your intentions, your actions, your beliefs, your thoughts is being very focused and disciplined. Right? That's the only way that you're going to tap into this energy. And you're going to understand, if you're using Hanuman's energy, it's like an armor. It's like a spiritual armor. You get it? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to invoke him and channel him and bring him through all the time or summon him. There are times where I notice that I just connect with the spirit of Hanuman and he already gives me blessings. Okay? So you could say that he's very fast in his results. Okay? So even you just holding an image of Hanuman throughout the day as you're taking on maybe a more task that you're struggling with, or maybe you're facing some kind of adversity or issue and you're feeling fear, he can help you look at the fear, destabilize it, say that fear is an illusion, move forward anyway. Okay? So he gives you that courage and he gives you that strength to move forward. And if you had this kind of mindset, how would that change your character, right? How would that change the way you be? Because I understood, right, studying bioenergetics too, like the schizoid archetype, which is my archetype, is almost associated also, as I've been delving into Elliot Hulse, the ectomorph, right? So that skinny, fat physique or whatever. And I've understood that now I need to gain muscle. I need to gain into that mesomorph. I need to focus on volume and progressive overload and building that strength, right? Because if I have strength in my physical body, it's adding the same level of strength as a metaphor that transfers into the mental body. So the mind is still a monkey, but now it's becoming, let's say, Sun Wukong's energy, the Monkey King. So what if you had a mind that was super rebellious? This is actually a secret to staying in high vibration, guys, this video right here. Because high vibrational people, guess what? They don't follow the norm. They don't follow this conformity of society. They're able to break past the negative social conditioning and they start creating their joy and happiness for themselves. You see, they're permeating it out there. So maybe you have this rebellious spirit and you're picking it up in this video as well. A lot of people, before they start working, they don't prime themselves to work. They don't state pump. You see, they're just in that lazy state or whatever throughout the day, and they just set up tent and start living there. But what if that wasn't your most ideal space or mindset? You see, a mindset means the mind is set. It's not mind moving. That goes back to the monkey mind. So maybe you have a mindset that I'm confident, I'm a warrior. And then after a while, you're like, maybe a warrior is a little bit too intense. I don't know if I'm a warrior exactly, but maybe I'm just kind of like a soldier and you start backpedaling. You see what I mean? You have an empowering thought, a Hanuman mind, a thought like that, but then you start backpedaling. You start, that's too cocky, that's too conceited, man, I can't say that. Oh, no, and that super ego comes in. The dude with like a lab coat, right? Really huge nerdy glasses. And he's like, well, you forgot to carry the 4, so I guess the equation is really... Like, dude, get out of here. I'm doing my last rep. Right? I don't need your scientific mind to come in here and try to measure this. I might just do a cheat rep and I want to gain that momentum of a pocket that is so intense in that very specific moment. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need that visceral feeling of like, oh man, that soreness. Instead of what? It's like, my mom's a doctor, but I would not take her to my gym. Absolutely not. Because she'll be like, but it's crushing your back, or what if it's making you shorter? My mom doesn't sound like that, but irregardless, okay? Any Indian mom, imagine. I'm doing MMA. She's like, oh, but you might hurt yourself and injure yourself because you're fighting. Why do you have to fight? Mom, you're gonna want me to fight, actually. If there was a burglar at home or if there was a robber or some shit, I have to protect you. But then we have the police for that. Yo, you can't trust the police only. You gotta trust on your own skill set, man. You gotta be a walking embodiment of survival. This is what I understood recently. And honestly, man, I'm looking around me and I'm seeing so much anti-survival. I'm seeing my towel not kept in the right place, anti-survival. I'm seeing me being lackadaisical with like not taking out newspaper when I shave my beard. You know, so it can be an easy process. I can just throw away the newspaper, right? There's so many more swift ways of working with your mind. You just have to know how to deliberate it, right? Like the commander of an army or a general isn't second guessing himself every time, right? He's like playing Battleship or some shit, right? B-18 or whatever. Very clear, very precise, very sharp like a katana. And that's that Hanuman strength. That's you lifting up a mountain or lifting up a world. Because you have that primate monkey essence within you too. But it's a divine power. Look at all these athletes who are devotees of Hanuman. Sometimes it's essential to borrow a deva's confidence. The asuras respect me, the devas protect me. Let's go. We are the catalysts of this new culture that is emerging. We are Primal Sutra. We go back to the primal, back to that sense of oneness. The law of one is embodied. And I don't know about you, but I can challenge these paradoxes because I can remain violent by practicing a controlled violence in a controlled environment like MMA, and I can also be in non-violence. I can remain peaceful within without having somebody trigger my internal state. And we do get triggered. We do, okay? It's hard to avoid at times, but that's how you grow as well. It's like it's shining a light on you, okay? It's time to evolve. And so the idea that I was a schizoid archetype represents fear and holding it all together. But what if I was falling in place? You see the reframe? This is so key and powerful, man. If you're able to take and weaponize your trauma, that's a weird way of saying that, but that's really what we're doing. It'll change your entire life around. It's a domino effect. One little thing in the background happened, and it's an invisible string of quantum experience that's showing up through your now, based on your memories. But what if you could use your imagination, aka your future memories? Ooh, think about that. Think about what I just said. What if you could take your imaginations, aka your future memories, and imprint them over the bad memories? What if you went through every single moment in your past where you felt like a loser, where you felt weak, where you felt undisciplined, where you felt lazy, where you felt like you couldn't be the one that just met the mark? Okay, you fell short in some way. You felt like that. Doesn't matter what it was, you felt like that. Go through that experience right now, revisit it, get nostalgic, go down memory lane, stare at it, and then notice how you were a winner irregardless of whatever happened. That girl cheated on me, I had high enough value that I left her because I don't tolerate that kind of behavior. I value loyalty. Boom. Now you're a winner. Earlier is, I wasn't good enough. I felt so worthless, and so of course she cheated on me, you know? I was such a sack of shit. I couldn't. You're in a victim mode. You see? You're looping a victim story. I want you to go through all of your victim stories and make them victory stories. End of story. I want you to take your Toy Stories and make them into Troy stories. Let's go. Hey, this is Uncle Makara coming at you at his purest frequency right now because he understands some level of truth. Let me tell you something super powerful. The word schedule. Do you know what the word schedule etymology is? It's either from the French céduler or the Latin schedula, but it's also from the word sheda, which means what? Papyrus leaf. That's right. Your schedule is just a papyrus leaf. It's also from the Proto-Indo-European, meaning to divide or split. So your schedule is your energy split. This video should deserve like some kind of an award. I don't even know, guys. This information is so powerful. Your day is split. 4 to 5, I do this. That's how you use your energy. 5 to 6, I do this. That's how you use your energy. For 30 minutes, I do that. That's how you optimize your energy. Your prana, which is available in infinity, actually. Have you ever woken up super early one day and you feel like, man, this day is so long. It never ends, right? Well, yeah, your perception of time has changed. So the people who stay in this high vibration Hanuman mind, they create their own time. They create their own energy. They create their own schedule. Think about this. Let's get it. Upward spiral, gang. May we never be the same again. And I'll speak to you soon. May the flow be with you also.